some of the things that I've done in order to get to this place where I'm in my mid-40s and I've been able to walk away from corporate retail. One of the things that I did was take some very big risks in my career. And sometimes you have to take a step back to take 5 steps forward. So what I mean by that is my first move internationally, I moved from New York City to Amsterdam, and I asked for a job transfer. We had just brought back the European headquarters back in-house, but there was no jobs at the level and the salary that I was at in New York City. So full transparency, at the time, this is 2013, I was a senior buyer in New York City making $170,000 a year. In order for me to end up in the Netherlands, I took a job as a merchandiser, so that's a demotion, at only 95,000 euros per year. And I did it because I knew there'd be a lot more travel involved, so that's a benefit that I wasn't getting out of New York City, and it would get me to Europe. And even though my taxes were going to be higher if I was based in Amsterdam in the Netherlands, the end goal was going to be higher. And if I hadn't taken that step back, I wouldn't have had the 5 steps forward that I had with all the opportunities to travel. I mean, I was traveling for a good 11 years, traveling over 100,000 miles per year all over the globe. You know, if I hadn't taken that, I would have never ended up in Singapore, you know, heading up the entire region for buying. I would have never ended up in Jakarta. I would have never, you know, it's a domino effect. So sometimes you do have to take the step backwards in order to take the 5 steps forward. Don't be afraid of taking those risks. You know, additionally, my move to the Netherlands and my move to Singapore, I had never visited either of those countries before I signed the contract to take those jobs. Those are big risks, and they turned into big rewards. So my advice, don't be afraid to take those, and don't be afraid to take a step back, because sometimes it's going to end up way better. By taking one small step back will get you a million times forward faster.